Today we will discuss multipole expansion. Multipole expansion. Suppose you have a charge density. You have a charge density in space. Let it is denoted as rho of r prime at the point whose position vector is r prime. At this point, you have charge density rho of r prime. You want to calculate the potential, electric potential at the point P, which has position vector r. The distance from this charge density rho of r prime to the point is running letter r. Okay, so r prime is the source point. R is the position vector of the point where you want to find the potential. Running letter R is the distance from charge density to the point. Now we have potential at point P. V of R is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 integral rho of R prime d tau prime. D tau prime is a small volume enclosing this charge density rho of r prime. This a small volume at r prime. So total charge in this volume is rho of r prime d tau prime. Integral rho of r prime d tau prime will give you the total charge density, and this integral is over all space. Over all space. You can have charge density anywhere in the space, and you consider the charge density at this elemental volume, then you find the potential at P, then integrate over all space, you will get the total potential divided by R. This R is also included in this integral. R will vary when you vary this R prime. So this integral will run from over all space. Now we can express the potential at P about some reference point. Let O be the origin of this coordinate system, and let us express this potential in terms of distance from the origin. For that, we have to write 1 by r as 1 divided by r into root of 1 plus r prime by r the whole square minus 2 r prime by r cos theta. This is obtained using cosine law. You have a triangle here, and let theta be the angle made or angle between r and r prime. Then applying cosine law to this triangle, you will get r square is equal to r square plus r prime square minus 2r r prime cos theta. This is cosine law. You have the length of this side r, length of this side r prime, length of this side is running letter r. Then r square is r square plus r prime square minus 2r r prime into angle between r and r prime. This is cosine law. From here you can write r as r into 1 plus r prime by r the whole square minus 2r prime by r. Okay, so you can write the potential V of R as 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 integral rho of R prime d tau prime divided by R into square root of 1 plus 1 plus R prime by R the whole square minus 2 R prime by R cos theta. Now this R is constant. this r is constant. It can take outside the integral. So this becomes 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 r. Because this r is the distance from origin, irrespective of the a point at which you are calculating the potential or the charge density, respective of the charge density due to which you are calculating the potential, this distance from origin to the point is constant. ഇൻ്റഗ്രേഷൻ ചെയ്യുന്നത് നിങ്ങൾ ആർ പ്രൈം എന്നുള്ള വേരിയബിളിലാണ്. ഇവിടെയുള്ള ചാർജ് ഡെൻസിറ്റി, ഇവിടെയുള്ള എല്ലായിടത്തുള്ള ചാർജ് ഡെൻസിറ്റി കൊടുക്കുന്ന കോൺട്രിബ്യൂഷനാണ് കാൽക്കുലേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ആർ പ്രൈം വേരിയബിളാണ്, റണ്ണിങ് ലെറ്റർ ആർ വേരിയബിളാണ്, ബട്ട് ദിസ് ആർ ഇസ് എ കോൺസ്റ്റന്റ്. സോ 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 r integral rho of r prime d tau prime divided by square root 1 plus r prime by r the whole square minus 2r prime by r cos theta. Now we have a familiar identity, 1 by square root 1 minus 2xt plus t square, 1 minus 2xt plus t square is equal to sigma n equal to 0 to infinity Pn of x t raised to n, where Pn of x called Legendre polynomials. Legendre polynomials. Okay. So you can expand the left hand side and identify various polynomials as the coefficient of various powers of t. T raised to 0 coefficient will give you p0x. Coefficient of t raised to 1 will give you p1x. I will write the first few polynomials. p0x is 1, p1x is x, p2 of x is half into 3x square minus 1, p3 of x is half into 5x cube minus 3x and so on. These are called Legendre polynomials. So you have the exactly similar structure, 1 minus 2 r prime by r cos theta plus r prime by r the whole square. So instead of x you have cos theta, instead of t you have r prime by r. So this can be written as Pn of cos theta, Pn of cos theta to r prime by r the whole raised. Therefore, my potential V of r is 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 r integral rho of r prime d tau prime to sigma n equal to 0 to infinity Pn cos theta r prime by r the whole raised to n. Again, this r is a constant, so r raised to n you can take it outside. So 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 sigma n equal to 0 to infinity. You can interchange the order of summation and integration. 1 by r raised to n plus 1. Here there is r raised to 1. Here you have an r raised to n. So r raised to n plus 1. Integral rho of r prime Pn of cos theta r prime raised to n d tau. Okay. This is expression for potential in terms of distance from an origin. In terms of distance from an origin. Now, you can write that by taking, first you put, this is a summation, first you put n equal to 0, that will give you a term 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 integral rho of r prime d tau prime divided by r. Because if you put n equal to 0, this becomes 1 by r and this becomes p0 cos theta. What is p0x? 1. So p0 cos theta is 1. R prime raised to n is 0, so r prime raised to 0 is 1. So you have rho of r prime d tau prime divided by r plus second term 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 integral rho of r prime into r prime cos theta d tau prime divided by r square. That is obtained by putting n is equal to 1. So this becomes 1 by r square. Here you have p1 cos theta. P1x is x. So p1 cos theta is cos theta. R prime raised to 1 d tau prime. The third term will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 integral rho of r prime into half 3 cos square theta minus 1 r prime square d tau prime divided by r cube, plus fourth term will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 integral rho of r prime 1 by 2 into 5 cos cube theta minus 3 cos theta into r prime cube d tau prime divided by r raised to 4. Simply by substituting the various polynomial values here and putting n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 plus etc. So potential contains infinite terms. First term varies as 1 by r and it is called monopole term. It is called monopole term. Second term varies like 1 by r square. It is called dipole term. Third term varies like 1 by r cube. It is called quadrupole term. Quadrupole term. Fourth term varies like 1 by r raised to 4. It is called octupole term. Now, in the first term, integral rho of r prime d tau prime is the quantity in the numerator and it is nothing but total charge q. Total charge q. It is called monopole moment. It is called monopole moment. In the second term, you have integral rho of r prime into r prime cos theta d tau prime. It is denoted as P. It is called dipole moment. Dipole moment. Actually, this r prime cos theta, you can write it as r prime cos theta. You can write it as r prime cos theta. You can write it as vector r prime dot r cap dot r cap. So let me redefine. This is actually you have to write this term as dipole moment vector r prime d tau prime. This is dipole moment. Dipole moment is a vector, and this term you can write it as 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 r cap dot p divided by r square. Okay, so this much term is called dipole moment, and here you can define a quadrupole moment and an octupole moment. Now we will concentrate on dipole moment. We will concentrate on dipole moment. Suppose there is a net charge and we are calculating potential at a very large r, such that we can neglect terms of order r raised to minus 2, order r raised to minus 2. Then you have approximate potential as 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 integral rho of r prime d tau prime divided by r, by neglecting all the higher order terms, or 1 by r square, 1 by r cube, all terms are neglected, and this is approximately 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 q. Integral rho of r prime d tau prime is q by r. Now suppose we are calculating potential at distances where 1 by r square is not very small or not negligible, but of the order of r raised to minus 3 are negligible. R raised to minus 3 orderലുള്ള terms negligible ആണെങ്കിൽ then you will get V of r approximately as 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 integral rho of r prime d tau prime divided by r plus 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 integral rho of r prime cos theta d tau prime divided by r square. How to retain two terms? Now what happens if total charge is 0? If total charge of such a distribution is 0, if total charge is 0, then first term will vanish. First term will vanish. First term vanish. Then the remaining is V of r approximately equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 integral rho of r prime cos theta divided by r square d tau. Or V of r is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 integral rho of r prime into r cap dot vector r prime d tau prime divided by r square. Because r cap dot vector r prime is magnitude of r cap, magnitude of r prime into cos of angle between them. Angle is theta. Magnitude of r cap is 1. Magnitude of vector r prime is r prime. So r prime cos theta, r prime cos theta, I can substitute as r cap dot r prime. Therefore, V of r is, but r cap is a constant. It can take outside the integral. So 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 r cap dot p, I will write it as p divided by r square. What is p here? P is integral rho of r prime vector r prime d tau prime. It is called a dipole moment. It is called a dipole moment. So for a continuous charge distribution, if rho of r prime is the charge density, then dipole moment is defined as integral rho of r prime vector r prime d tau prime. For a discrete charge distribution, for discrete charge distribution, dipole moment P is, instead of integral, you will have summation. If you have n point charges, I will run from 1 to n. It is rho of r prime d tau prime will get replaced with qi and ri prime. Okay, or simply you can write it as ri, where ri is position vector of qi. Ri is position vector of qi. So this is the dipole moment of a discrete charge distribution, and this is the dipole moment of a continuous charge distribution. So for any charge distribution, we can define a dipole moment. We can define a dipole moment. Okay. So consider this case. First case, you have an x-axis. This is origin. Suppose you have a charge plus q here. You have a charge minus q here. Okay. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. What is the dipole moment? Dipole moment P, as per definition, is I is equal to 1 to n. Here you have two charges. So 1 to 2 qi ri vector. So here the first charge is q1 is plus q. Its position vector is This is the position vector. It has length 1 and it is directed along I cap. So 1 I cap plus the second charge is minus q and its position vector is 5 I cap. Therefore, you have q you can take outside 1 I cap minus 5 I cap. It is minus 4q I cap. That is, dipole moment has magnitude 4q and direction negative x direction. That is from negative to positive charge. So in plus 2 classes, you might have studied that dipole moment of two equal and opposite charges separated by a distance is charge times the length or distance between the charges. So here it is 4q and the direction of dipole moment is from negative to positive. That is why it is minus 4q I cap. Okay. Now, suppose you have a single point charge. Suppose you have a single point charge q here at this is 1, this is 2. Let this be 1, 2, 3, 4. For this point charge q, what is dipole moment? Dipole moment P is sigma I is equal to, here we have only one charge, qi ri. So charge is q. What is the position vector? Position vector is a vector drawn from origin to that point. This is position vector. It has an x length 4, so it is 4 I cap, and it has a y length 2, 2 j cap. So dipole moment is this one. What is the magnitude of that dipole moment? It is square root of 16 q square plus 4 q square. It is square root of 20 q square. It is 2q into root 5. 2q into root 5. Okay, this is the expression for dipole moment. Now, if you consider a charge distribution which is like plus q charge here and a minus q charge here. This is 1, this is 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then dipole moment P is sigma I equal to 1 to 2. You have two charges qi ri vector. First charge is plus q and its position vector is this. This position vector has an x length 2, 2 I cap, y length is also 2, 2 j cap. Plus second charge is minus q and it has a position vector, there's a position vector this. So the x length is 6 I cap, y length is 2 j cap. So adding the similar terms q into 2i minus 6i, it is minus 4i, 2j minus 2j. So it is again minus 4q I cap. Magnitude is 4q directed from negative to positive. So you can notice that I will give you one more example, then I will conclude. Suppose you have a charge density, you have a discrete two charges. This is plus q and this is minus 2q. This is 2, 2, 6. Then dipole moment P is, the first charge is q, position vector is 2i plus 2j. Second charge is minus 2q, position vector is 6i plus 2j. So adding these two, you will get 2qi minus 12qi. So it is minus 10qi. 2qj minus 4qj. So it is minus 2q. That is, you can take 2q outside. Remaining is minus 5 I cap minus j cap. Again, if you consider these two charges, but the position is different. That is, these two charges are placed at plus q minus 2q. These are placed at respectively 2 and 6. Y coordinate is 0. Then dipole moment P is, first charge is q and its position vector is 2 I cap. Second charge is minus 2q and its position vector is 6 I cap. So P is equal to 2q, you can take outside, I minus 6 I cap. So it is minus 5 into 2q I cap, or P is minus 10q I cap. So in the last two examples, here and here, in this problem and in this problem, the total charge is non-zero. Total charge is non-zero. Plus q and minus 2q will give a total charge of minus q. Total charge is non-zero, and the dipole moment varies as the position varies, or dipole moment varies as the origin of coordinate system varies. Dipole moment ഈ ചാർജസിന്റെ പൊസിഷൻ മാറുന്നതിനനുസരിച്ച് dipole moment vary ചെയ്യുന്നു. Here you have my 2q into minus 5 I cap minus j cap. Here you have minus 10q I cap. But if you consider the example of two equal and opposed charges, that is total charge is 0, then irrespective of the configuration, the dipole moment is the same. Dipole moment is the same. So if total charge of a charge distribution is 0, dipole moment is irrespective of the origin. ഏത് ഒറിജിൻ അബൌട്ടായിട്ടാണ് അളക്കുന്നതെന്നുള്ളതിന് ഇറസ്പെക്റ്റീവ് ആയിട്ട് അതിൻ്റെ വാല്യൂ സെയിം. ഓക്കെ, ഐ വിൽ സ്റ്റോപ്പ് ഹിയർ.